Freesync is often seen as a really high-end, multiple £1,000 feature, but don't get me wrong, it still can be, but this setup is less than £1,000 including the monitor and the entire PC, and it's pretty awesome, so stick around to find out more and more about Freesync. Check out our website at TechteamGB.co.uk for more info on both this and many other products, and also up-to-date news on all things tech. Stick around for this awesome video. So to take a look at some of the parts, we're using an AOC G2460p monitor, which is basically a FreeSync version of a monitor I've previously reviewed. So if you want to check out that review, feel free to check out the channel, otherwise subscribe for the full FreeSync version very shortly. Now, the graphics card we're using is an AMD 380X. This is something I've also fairly recently reviewed as it's a fairly new launch. This is a power color version, but because it has a DisplayPort port and is an AMD graphics card, it does quite well for FreeSync. Now, the CPU we're using is an FX 8370, which is obviously a nice 8-core and relatively cheap, including the motherboard as well, which, by the way, is an Asus Sabertooth 990FX R2, but you know, you don't, if you are looking to build a similar system to this, you don't specifically need to pick all these parts. If you want an Intel CPU, or you know, you want a mechanical hard drive as opposed to the SanDisk Ultra 2 SSD I'm using, or whatever else, you can definitely change out all those parts. And if you have any questions about, you know, building a PC or parts or anything like that, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. But as I said, yeah, I'm using a 250GB SanDisk Ultra 2 SSD and a XFX Pro 650W power supply. But as I said, you can change out any of those parts. Now, to enable FreeSync, it's actually ridiculously simple. Just open up Radeon settings after you've installed it and reset, and then go to the display tab and turn on Radeon, turn on FreeSync, and that's pretty much it. You might need to make sure that your monitor is running at 144Hz, which you can do by changing, going to screen resolution, hitting advanced settings, and then going to, I think it's the monitor tab, and making sure that it's running at the right resolution. But again, if you can't find that, feel free to leave a question in the comments down below. Now, personally, I recommend turning down your settings just a little bit in games if you know you're not reaching between sort of 100 140 FPS in most games. I turned the settings down to sort of medium, high medium on GTA, and we're getting between sort of 90 and 150 FPS depending on what we're doing, so it's certainly, that's a nice sweet spot, and it's just generally a nice card to be running at that sort of speed. So yeah, that's kind of it there. It's actually a really nice experience. If you don't know what FreeSync is, I'm going to explain it in just a second, but yeah, it's kind of if you want to do an in-depth look at it, definitely check it out online somewhere. But yeah, so it's a really nice smooth gameplay experience, and for under £1,000, especially, that's including the monitor and the keyboard and mouse and stuff like that, depending on which one you get, obviously. This is a really nice kind of relatively good value PC for the really nice smooth gaming experience and just the sheer FPS that you get with the right settings, so that's pretty cool. So I'm going to chat with Interface for a little bit, so here we go. So by the way, this video isn't, a sponsored or affiliated episode with AMD. AMD just sent over some cool parts to check out and to sort of show off the technology. So by the way, the technology being FreeSync, if you don't know what that is, a very overarching and very broad definition of what it is originally, or generally speaking, with FreeSync off, the monitor has its own clock inside which sort of cycles at however many hertz, so 60 times a second or 144 or anything in between. And that just basically means you have to hope that the graphics card has finished drawing the next frame in time. You just have to hope that that works. But with FreeSync, it allows the graphics card to tell the monitor when to refresh. You might have to wait slightly longer or even slightly less for a frame, but it will be a lot more of a smoother experience, and you'll eliminate what's called tearing, so effectively having one frame, an old frame on, say, the top of the screen and a newer, slightly different frame on the bottom, or whatever way around, or you can have multiple frames if it's badly synced. So it's just sort of, it's a nasty experience to have while gaming, and you generally have probably had it and you might not have even noticed it all that much because it might not be that bad, or you might have noticed it and it's been terrible. So this is a really nice way to kind of eliminate that and make it so that it's a nice smooth gaming experience. Now, NVIDIA does have an alternative to this, which is called G-Sync, but the G-Sync version of this monitor, the AOC G2460, is about £100 more expensive at the moment. So yeah, FreeSync is definitely a cheaper alternative, so if you are looking to buy a relatively budget PC, but you still want a really nice smooth gameplay experience from something like FreeSync, or you already have an AMD graphics card, I definitely recommend checking out Freesync, especially this monitor, as I've been using the non-FreeSync version for a long time and it's really awesome. And I'll be doing a full review of that one fairly shortly. But yeah, if you are looking to build a new system, by the way, you don't have to take these parts as gospel. You know, you can change anything you like. And if you've got any questions or just want some advice on parts on your budget, feel free to leave that in the comments down below. Although do try and kind of normalize it to pounds, like British pounds for me, because I can't work out what, you know, rupees or dollars are. You know, I have to convert it, so please do put it in pounds, as that helps a lot for you know, getting quick answers. But other than that, yeah, as I said, if you've got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. Subscribe for more awesome tech stuff. We've got a lot of variety right now, so please do check it out, including the mod project and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Also, like and dislike. But by the way, if you do dislike the video and there's something you don't like, please tell me. I can't fix something that I don't know is broken. So as I said, please do let me know in the comments down below if something's wrong or you don't like it. So thanks for that. But yeah, anyway, check out some of our videos. As I said, subscribe for more awesome tech stuff. Check out Yo-Yo Tech if you want to buy any cool PC hardware or consumer electronics, or just generally cool stuff if you're in the UK. Other than that, there are other links down below too. Check out Facebook and Twitter, as that's where we post other videos that come out and just general cool pictures and stuff like that that's happening. And other than that, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the next video, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Bye.